In the Hadiths that mention the Euphrates River, the location is generally understood in relation to its geographical course through the Middle East, as it flows through modern-day Turkey, Syria, and Iraq. The Hadiths do not specify exact locations within these countries, but rather emphasize the broader significance of the river itself as a major natural landmark in the region. Here are some key details about the Euphrates River as mentioned in the Hadiths' geographical location. The Euphrates River originates in the mountains of eastern Turkey, flows through Syria, and then passes through Iraq before converging with the Tigris River to form the Shatt al-Arab, which eventually empties into the Persian Gulf. It has been a major river in the region for thousands of years, historically significant for agriculture, trade, and civilization. In the Hadiths that refer to the drying up of the Euphrates do not specify a particular stretch or location along the river, but the significance is that it is a river that spans several countries in the Middle East, and it is well known to the early Muslim community. The Hadiths primarily focus on the symbolic and eschatological role of the river rather than its exact physical location. The Hadiths highlight the river as an important geographical feature and a sign of the coming of the Day of Judgment. The mention of the river drying up and uncovering treasure is understood to be related to the Euphrates in its entirety, particularly in the context of the regions where it flows Turkey, Syria, and Iraq. Religious and historical context. During the time of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the Euphrates was a well-known river in the Arabian Peninsula and surrounding areas. So, it is likely that the mention of the Euphrates in the Hadiths was understood to refer to this important geographical feature, especially in the context of Islamic eschatology. In summary, the location of the Euphrates River mentioned in the Hadiths is understood to refer to the river in its entirety as it flows through Turkey, Syria, and Iraq. The Hadiths emphasize the river's eschatological significance and the events associated with it, rather than detailing specific locations along its course.
In Islam, the drying up of rivers is not explicitly mentioned as one of the specific signs of the Day of Judgment Qiyamah. However, Islamic eschatology refers to various signs that will precede the coming of Qiyamah. These include major and minor signs, many of which are found in the Hadith sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The drying up of rivers could be seen as part of the broader environmental and natural upheavals that are predicted to occur as the world approaches its end. Some Hadiths describe natural disasters, including the earth shaking, rivers and seas overflowing, and widespread chaos, which can include the drying up of water sources. The Quran mentions the transformation of the earth and skies in various verses, but it does not specifically mention the abrupt river drying up. One notable event in Islamic eschatology is the drying up of the Euphrates River. According to a hadith found in Sahih Muslim, the Prophet Muhammad PBUH said, "The hour will not come until the Euphrates River dries up, and covering a mountain of gold, people will fight over it, and 99 out of every 100 will die." Sahih Muslim. This hadith suggests that the drying up of the Euphrates is a sign that will occur before the Day of Judgment, linked to a major conflict over treasure found beneath the river. The drying up of rivers, including the Euphrates, can be interpreted as part of the larger signs of Qiyamah, symbolizing major shifts in the natural world that precede the final days. However, it's important to note that Islamic teachings about Qiyamah are often symbolic and open to interpretation. The drying up of the Euphrates River is mentioned in several hadiths, and it is considered one of the major signs of the Day of Judgment Qiyamah in Islam. Below are the key hadiths related to this event. Sahih Muslim Hadith 2889, the Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him said, "The hour will not come until the Euphrates River dries up, uncovering a mountain of gold. People will fight over it, and 99 out of every 100 will die." Explanation. This hadith indicates that when the Euphrates dries up, a treasure of gold will be exposed. This will lead to a great conflict over the treasure, and many people will perish in the ensuing battles. This event is seen as one of the signs of the end times. Sahih Bukhari Hadith 7114, the Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him said, "The hour will not be established until the Euphrates River dries up and uncovers a mountain of gold. The people will fight over it, and 99 out of every 100 will die." Explanation. This hadith is similar to the one in Sahih Muslim and emphasizes the deadly conflict that will ensue as a result of the treasure being exposed. The massive loss of life underscores the catastrophic nature of this event.
Sunan Abu Dawud Hadith 4283. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The Euphrates River will dry up and uncover a mountain of gold. People will fight over it, and the one who survives will say, 'I will not participate in this fight.' But the earth will not give up its treasure until it has been fought over." Explanation: this narration emphasizes the desperation and greed that will lead people to fight over the treasure despite the destruction it causes. Key points about the drying up of the Euphrates River: the exposure of gold. The drying up of the Euphrates is believed to reveal a treasure of gold, which will lead to fierce battles among people who will fight for possession of it. Massive loss of life. According to these hadiths, a huge number of people, 99 out of every 100, will die in the conflict over the treasure. Sign of the final hour. The drying up of the Euphrates is one of the major signs of Qiyamah, the Day of Judgment. It is an event that marks the approach of the end times. These hadiths serve as a warning about the destructive consequences of greed and conflict, and they highlight the chaos that will prevail during the final days leading up to the Day of Judgment. However, the precise timing of such events is known only to Allah. Eschatological context: the drying of the Euphrates River is linked with other significant signs of the end of times in Islam, including the appearance of the Mahdi, a messianic figure who will bring justice and peace; the return of Isa, Jesus, who will defeat the Dajjal Antichrist; widespread chaos, wars, and conflict before the appearance of the Mahdi; the coming of the Dajjal, who will spread corruption and deceit. What will happen when it dries up? According to the Hadith, the drying of the river will uncover a mountain of gold. This treasure will tempt people, leading to intense fighting and bloodshed, with the death toll being extremely high. 99 out of every 100 people will be killed in the battle over the treasure. The Hadith emphasizes the greed and materialism that will dominate human behavior at that time. The event is also linked to the idea of trials and tribulations that will occur near the end of times.